you see a base model 3 or 5 series that's covered in M badges and that cringy feeling that you get, well, you could be excused if you feel the same way when you see an M235i, because this thing has 16 M badges on the exterior, and you would be really confused because it's not a full-out M model. But then you hop in the driver's seat and you drive it, and immediately you'll forgive it because this thing is pretty much just as fun to drive as a full-out M vehicle. When the M235i first launched, there was no M2. There were rumors and some spy shots of test vehicles out. The 1M had just ended production, and that was a really popular vehicle by all accounts. And the 2 Series had emerged as a replacement for the 1 Series as the baby BMW for the lineup. The M235i sat above the entry-level 228i. It started at a base price of just over $44,000, and it was exciting because it signified that BMW was still going to continue to make a fun-to-drive small coupe. This car gets a turbocharged 3-liter inline-6. It's the N55 motor, something you'll find in the larger 3 and 4 Series. And in this car, it makes 320 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. There are 2 transmission options. This one has a 8-speed automatic, which is actually really good for a torque converter. The other transmission option is a 6-speed manual. That is something that I really, really want to drive, a 6-speed manual, either M235i or M2. This car will do 60 in 4.4 seconds around the quarter in 13, which is not slow at all. As the M3 and M4 get ever larger and heavier, this feels extremely nimble and small in comparison. From a driving dynamics perspective, it's very neutral, well balanced, and it definitely is a lot of fun. This is a rear-wheel drive model coupled with a really responsive drivetrain, a lot of torque from that turbocharged inline-6. This transmission gives you really snappy upshifts and downshifts. It's a lot of fun to drive, and I mean, it's not a full-out M car, but the way the dynamics are set up and the little modifications and the tuning, the changes they did to this vehicle make it a great vehicle from a handling perspective. Exterior styling wise, I like this a lot more than the 1 Series, and even the 1M. I never really loved the way that thing looked. It looked just too stubby. But the subtle changes they made to the body line, smoothing a few things out, especially the changed headlights, they look a lot sleeker. I think this 2 Series looks way, way better in terms of the proportions and such. Despite not being as aggressive as the new M2, this thing has enough exterior touches that to the casual observer will be able to tell that it's an upgraded model. It has some sporty credentials, notwithstanding the 16 M badges, which are a little bit excessive once you notice them and you start counting. Interior-wise, again, this shares a lot of parts with the 3 Series and 4 Series, and therefore feels very similar. Typical, a lot of BMW bin part sharing. You get the iDrive screen there, the same center console. It's good. I mean, the materials are excellent. This got nice soft leather on the steering wheel. You got these comfortable seats. It's decently spacious. The rear seats aren't as usable really because this is a coupe. Don't expect 3 Series levels of interior space. I will say I still prefer my Audi S4's interior. I like the carbon touches. Never been a huge fan of the silver fake aluminum trim. It's definitely a nice place to be. I mean, if you've been in a BMW of this generation, it'll feel immediately familiar and you'll be comfortable in it. Regarding value, as I mentioned earlier, the M235i started at a base price of just over $44,000, but you could very quickly option that into the mid to upper 50s. Now, a couple years later, miles and miles later, you can get a 2014 for, mid to upper 30s, get you a pretty clean M235i. You get the benefits of a newer BMW, you get the latest technology, interior features. It's a ton of fun to drive. You can get them certified pre-owned with extended warranty. And heck, you get a baby M car for a good deal of money. How much do I desire this? I'd say if I put a number on it, it'd be an 85. It's actually a ton of fun to drive with xDrive available, and it would be a great daily driver. Again, with the extended warranty, certified pre-owned, that gives you a little more peace of mind. You can get something that has more horsepower. You can get a Camaro or a Mustang for this type of money. You can get something that's a little bit bigger, a little more luxurious for this money. But with the M235i, you get the essence of M DNA that's been inserted into this small vehicle. It's not a full-out M car. It doesn't have some of the compromises that a full-out M car will bring, but you do get a lot of the benefits. I think this thing definitely deserves having the letter M in front of its name. It's not just an options package of a bunch of badges. This thing truly is a lot of fun to drive. It handles great all-around package. It sounds great, pretty quick. Despite the fact that the M2 has come out and muted a little bit of the excitement with this car, I still really do love this thing. Hope you guys like this video. Please let me know if you have any questions. Either send me a message on Instagram or comment below. I'll do my best to answer them all. Thanks for watching.